The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, this is Ivan Misner, founder of BNI, and this is the Get Connected, Stay Connected webinar. We have with us Jeremy Walsh, who handles all of the customer care for BNI Connect, and Norm Domingues, the CEO for BNI. And today we're going to be talking about Get Connected, Stay Connected, which is a program in BNI to help increase engagement with BNI Connect. So if you can go to the next slide, Jeremy. I want to start by talking about why we've done BNI Connect. BNI Connect is BNI's global networking program. And this is just, a few of the reasons why this is such an important program. It enables us to do slips online, identify activity, the return on investment for BNI members. It records and allows tracking of activity for both passing and receiving referrals. Passing referrals around the world is much easier. For example, we learned this year, or I should say last year, 2013, that the amount of business actually generated, reported by members, was substantially greater than what we anticipated. Based on our formulas, we anticipated around $3.8 billion US worth of business to be generated for members in 2013. However, the actual number reported through BNI Connect was $6.5 billion US in business. That's the amount of business that members said they generated, substantially higher than our estimates. This is the kind of thing that is really powerful about BNI Connect, and I want to talk more about that in a few minutes. Being active in updating profiles in Connect increases your VCP, your visibility, your credibility, your profitability, and that's a real important piece of BNI. But there's a few other things that aren't on here, and Norm, our CEO, wants to talk for a few moments about the core values of the organization and how BNI Connect fits into the core values. Norm?
Thank you, Ivan, very much, and it's great to have you on the call, all of you this evening, or whatever time of day it might be for you. You know, it's exciting to have a project like BNI Connect within our game plan. And one of the things that really pops in my mind is oftentimes I talk about the core values of BNI. And I'm going to highlight a couple of them that are truly relevant to the BNI Connect project. The first one is what we call traditions plus innovation equals success. In other words, many of the traditions of BNI, like giver's gain and people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, are part of the foundation of our organization and have been with us for many, many years. I mean, going on 3 decades now. But at the same time, innovation is very important. And when we look at innovation, we truly look at this project we call BNI Connect. And we think of it in terms of a BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal. And this particular BHAG is been in development for a while now, and we're really, really excited about the progress it is making. I think of it in terms of 3 separate components, all wrapped into a nice package that truly complement the local business global network atmosphere in which we operate. The idea of being able to track information, as Ivan mentioned, the referral slips that we have, being able to look at updating your profile or having an active profile that strengthens the VCP model, or the visibility, profitability, visibility, credibility, and profitability components of the organization. When we're able to interact with people all over the world through the social environment or another component of BNI Connect, and now with all of our chapters being able to have their own websites that supports the branding or the look of BNI worldwide, that puts us on a unified front. So when I think about that in terms of the tradition and innovation, it allows me to shift over and mention to you another key core value of BNI, and that's training and education. There is so much available in BNI Connect, and Jeremy's going to talk about it in a little bit, relevant to the help menu that we have developed. And it's where you can attend webinars that have been conducted just like this one and go back and listen to them. At the same time, there's chapter training and documentation that is available throughout the program, and we use that in terms of things like chapter operations or chapter reports or online slips that I've been mentioned. There's also the public forums where you can see what upcoming webinars are coming your way, or member tips and tricks, as it said. One of them is the basics and beyond. So these are things that you can use in building and interacting with each other through this vehicle of BNI Connect. It's a project that we are continuing to work on. It's a work in progress, and we're really excited about the opportunities it's going to give all of us at the member level, at the director level, at the chapter level, and naturally for us at my headquarters in order to support you. It's really the caring spirit that is alive and well throughout this organization. Ivan, let me go ahead and turn it back over to you.
I'm sorry, I got kicked out. You turned it back over to me, Norm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Well,
Please
I made it
ahead.
back just in time. If you could go to the next slide, Jeremy. There's a section on SuccessNet that I would like to highlight for everyone, and that is the I'm Connected section. A lot of the things that we're going to be talking about today, if you could just go to that I'm Connected section, it's showing up right there. A lot of the things that we're going to talk about today, like success stories and generating referrals internationally, are all talked about right there. One of my favorites is this story that you see right here, a BNI Connect referral that lands Microsoft as a client. BNI Connect is an amazing system that allows members to connect globally. If you can go to the next slide, Jeremy. This is all about engagement. That's why we're doing the Get Connected, Stay Connected program. It's all about engagement. BNI Connect is a game changer for this organization globally. I've been doing this now for almost 30 years. And for most of the last 30 years, it really, members generally see the tip of the iceberg, and that is the individual chapter. And yes, the I of BNI is international, but most members don't really get that flavor. What BNI Connect does is it makes the international aspect of BNI real. BNI Connect connects all 161,000 of our members globally in the social media platform. And it does so in a number of ways. It does so through the admin and the profiles, which we'll be talking about, and Jeremy's going to explain some of the administrative kinds of things that you are able to do, that the leadership team, vice presidents can do. But it also connects our website, so we have a consistent brand worldwide, and the social media platform, the groups and the areas where members can communicate and connect globally. So what we want to do with Get Connected, Stay Connected is get engagement from as many members as possible, because this is new. You know, we as an organization are the largest face-to-face networking organization in the world. With BNI Connect, we are taking our global network and linking chapters and members all around the world. There is no network anywhere in the world that has both the number of locations that we have combined with the social media platform. This really sets BNI aside. In order for it to be successful, we need to increase engagement with members worldwide, and this is something new, and it's the reason that we've put together this Get Connected, Stay Connected program, and that's what we're going to be talking about here for the next few minutes. Now you'll see that there's a questions section in your dashboard. We would love to have you pose any questions that you might have about BNI Connect in that questions section, and we will try to answer all of those questions before we're done at the top of the hour. So if you have a question, just put it right in there under the questions section, and if you can go to the next slide, Jeremy. So the Get Connected, Stay Connected program is a 12-month campaign that will increase member engagement. It was launched in the United States on October of last year, and it is something that is being done worldwide, not just in the U.S., but it was the brainchild of John Meyer, who's the U.S. National Director, along with his team. An email is sent to all members and directors by John in the U.S. and by national directors worldwide. And that email will show an example of that. So when you see that, just know that John is the U.S. National Director. You may not have met John or know John, but he is the U.S. National Director for BNI, and that email will be either coming from him or possibly from your own country national director. The Get Connected, Stay Connected program is supported through BNIpodcast.com, BNISuccessNet.com, and our social media outlets. So there are a lot of things going on in those social media platforms that we'll be talking about in a few minutes. And it's all followed up with instructional videos and educational moments by Jeremy, which he'll be talking about as well in a few minutes. You can go to the next slide, Jeremy. You'll see these are the activities that have taken place for the last 4 or 5 months and the activity that's scheduled for February of this year. So far, we introduced Get Connected, Stay Connected in October with the profile. It is where it all really starts. In order for you to be active on BNI Connect, you got to fill your profile out. That is so important. Not completing your profile is a little bit like taking a one-page ad out in the newspaper and leaving it blank. You are active in BNI. You're a member in BNI. You're paid to be in BNI. Complete your profile. It is very important for you to be able to do business globally by starting with that profile. I give a fair number of referrals out to people around the world. I just moved my residence, and I always look on member profiles before I give any referral. And I pull up members' profiles in a particular category, and I throw out every single profile that's not complete. And I only look at the ones that are complete. And I know for a fact I'm not the only person who does that. I can't guarantee you're going to get referrals by completing your profile. However, I can guarantee you will not get referrals by not completing your profile. So complete your profile, really important. In November, we talked about engaging in networking education. We did that as well as in October through BNIpodcast.com. The first Wednesday of every month, we've talked about these things. Engaging in networking education in November. December was getting to know your referral source. January was passing a referral online. Next month is thanking a referral source. Each month we're going to be talking about this on the BNI podcast, and so if you have a chance, go listen to those. You'll find them very informative. Let me turn it over to Jeremy now, who's going to talk a little bit more, I think, about this, and then show the email and the Get Connected, Stay Connected material that he's doing. Jeremy?
Excellent, thank you. One of the reasons that we're doing this is that a lot of people, when you log into BNI Connect, you realize that it is a very, very big program. There is a lot of stuff in there, from the management perspective to the day-to-day activities, to the chapter recording, to the social media aspect. It is a humongous program. So what we wanted to do is to take it and put it into bite-sized chunks on a month-to-month basis. So this is actually the very first email that went out from John Meyer, and you can see it's very, very simplified. Here's what you have to do to set up your profile. Just log in, click on the update profile button, go to the first tab, fill this out, go to the second tab, fill that out. Nice, easy, straightforward, text-based instructions. Now, we also follow that up. Some people like to learn in different ways, not just with a text base. So that's followed up usually between a couple of days and a week later with an educational moment. And this is just a snapshot from the Word document of what the educational moment is. Now, within that educational moment is the same text-based instructions for people that like to learn via text. There's also a video, an embedded video right in the document. You can also catch it on YouTube that explains how you do that month's function in a step-by-step video format. There's also a visual walkthrough, so you can look at screenshots of those. In that as well is the educational moment itself. So why are we doing this? What can an educational coordinator take to their meeting and talk to the chapter about in order to teach them about that month's topic? And all of this stuff is available for download on the support site, and I'll show you how to get to that in just a few minutes. But we're really trying to make it as easy as possible, and for you educational coordinators out there, hopefully this eases the stress of coming up with an educational moment once a month. So we'd love it if you'd share those with your chapter. Do you want to talk about the new sections on SuccessNet?
I would like to do that, and I want to thank everyone for the questions. We're getting plenty of questions coming into us, and we will start tackling those in just a few minutes. So, again, on SuccessNet, BNISuccessNet.com, the I'm Connected section is where a lot of great stories exist on the importance of being active on BNI Connect. The stories like the Microsoft story. One of my favorites is another story from a member, I think in Cyprus, whose mother lives in the UK, and asked the member in Cyprus if she knew anyone in the UK who provided, I think it was landscaping services, and she referred somebody to the member in the UK, and the member did such a great job, the mother then wanted another service, a handyman or something, and these stories are great examples of how members can pass referrals worldwide. Now, actual referral slips can be passed within a region. The referral slips at this point can't be passed globally for a number of reasons, but it's likely that we'll do that down the road. You have to remember that this online referral thing is brand new for the organization. We've never allowed referrals to be passed outside the individual chapters. So we're going slow to see how it works, and it's my intention to expand it globally over time. But you can still pass a referral, just not doing it on the referral slips. I give referrals globally. Members are giving referrals well outside their region, just not with the referral slip, but by finding the member in the search and then contacting the member directly, and that's the way most referrals are being given globally right now. The next arrow that we're going to point to is the 12-month Get Connected, Stay Connected campaign. We showed you the first 6 months. If you go there, you'll see the next 6 months, including the PowerPoint presentation with all of the slides that have the whole campaign on it. The last arrow is SuccessNet. We're looking for BNI Connect success stories. If you have a Connect story, something that's happened, you've gotten business or you've gotten some great ideas through your activity on BNI Connect, we'd love to have those stories and put them in the I'm Connected section. Make sure to include your website so you get some good exposure for yourself in there as well. The next slide is a BNI podcast slide. And this goes back to the beginning of the Get Connected, Stay Connected in October. Again, the first Wednesday of every month, we will release the next topic. This was the first topic, and it's called Build.
So the next slide is just showing you in the support site. We do have all of these educational moments that are available for you to review at any time. You can watch the videos up on the support site. You can go through the step-by-step documents. Everything at a member level in BNI Connect is documented. Every step-by-step walkthrough of every single function. So there's plenty to keep you busy and plenty for educational coordinators to take back to their chapters as well. So the next thing that I wanted to do was actually to take a couple of minutes and review the first 4 months and go over very quickly what we went over in these monthly emails and show you how to do those things. So let me pull up my other screen here. And if you recall, the first month, which was October, was build your visibility. And again, visibility is really about building that VCP through having a profile that's displayed on the website. It's going to be displayed on the public websites. It's also going to be displayed on the member-to-member section. And it is very, very easy to just take about 10 minutes to fill out your profile. Here's how to do that. First, log into BNI Connect, and then you see this button in the upper right-hand corner that says My Account. Click on that button, and that will take you into the My Account screen. From here, what we just need to do is to go through these tabs. You'll see that it's broken into a number of tabs. The first one is your main profile. It has your basic information like your name, your company name, what chapter you're in, what industry, classification. Now, the very important things on this first tab are the My Business description. This is kind of like your elevator pitch. This is, if you were to meet somebody at a networking event, how you would explain your business to them. Keep in mind that this My Business description is one of the things that shows up on the public website. So it's out there on the internet for anybody to see. So you want to take some time filling out the My Business category. Keywords are also an incredibly important thing to fill out. The keywords are how people find you when they don't know your name. Most of the time you're traveling or you have a referral for somebody in Florida or California or Ohio. You're not going to know who it is you're looking for. You're just going to know what you're looking for. So having good keywords will help you to be found. The second tab is all about you as a user. You can change or create your username. You can change your password. You can set yourself up with a memorable question and answer. You can upload your picture, your company logo. If you're like to experiment, BNI Connect is translated in about 40 different languages. So feel free to take a look, see what BNI Connect looks like in Japanese or in other versions of English. The next tab has all of your contact details. The most important thing on this page, besides making sure that you have all your phone numbers and social media links on here, is this top button up here. And that is, if checked, the public will be able to search for your services. If this box is unchecked, you will not be able to be found on the public website. So make sure that that box is checked off. The next tab has to do with your communication preferences and your member-to-member profile, which parts of that you'd like to share. And then finally, your bio. This is the credibility building piece. Take some time, fill out your bio, your commercials, your gains profile, and your tops profile. Now, of these four, the tops profile is the one that appears on the public website. So definitely, if you're limited on time, if you can only do one thing a day, get in there and fill out the tops profile first, but do make sure to go back and fill out the rest of the information as well. If you're a director consultant, you'll also have a director profile that you can fill out. And of course, you can review your training history. Now, the second thing we talked about in November was engaging in network education. And that's really about doing CEUs or continuing education units. Now, the easiest way to do that is to go and listen to a podcast. You could participate in a webinar like you're doing right now. Go to a sponsored networking event or go to a member success program. All of these are great ways to earn CEUs. Once you've done that, use BNI Connect to submit that form. Now, how do we do that in BNI Connect? Right on your home page, you'll notice that there is two sections. This is your POMS report. Up here at the top, it's going to show you all of your activity for the last 12 months and for your lifetime in BNI. Down below is where all the action happens. The first four sections are the slips that we would want to submit on a weekly basis for our chapter activity. This week, we're going to work on submitting a CEU slip. To submit it, just click the link. It'll pull up a CEU slip. All you need to do is fill it out with the quantity of each of these that you did. So if you read SuccessNet this week, just put in a 1. Let's say you attended 2 BNI Connect webinars. Put a 2 in there. If you went to one member success program or you finally finished reading a couple of books, You can put all those in and just click Submit. Now keep in mind, you put in the quantity, it will do the credit calculation for you. It's now been submitted successfully. Now you still want to make sure that you talk about that at your chapter meeting. So when you get to the meeting, it gets to the referrals and testimonial section. Definitely talk about that activity. If you'd like to make sure that it made its way to the POMS report, just click on the Review My CEU Slips here at the bottom. This will allow you to go in and review the CEU slips that have been submitted and see all of the CEUs that you have done. And here's the ones that I just entered for January 30th. Now the next month we talked about getting to know a referral source, and there's two pieces to this. The first piece is you first had to fill out your bio up there in BNI Connect so that other people can review it. Before we do a one-to-one with somebody, one of the best things that we can do is to do a gains exchange with them. Now, how can we use BNI Connect in order to facilitate that process? It's really easy. There's two ways to do that. The first way is to go and search for somebody and read their gains profile. So if you just click on the magnifying glass, you can find the person that you are going to be meeting with. So let's say that I was meeting with Tony Wolf, who I believe is on the webinar with us today. And hopefully Tony has his gains profile filled out. I could read his bio and do a gains exchange before we sat down to have that one-to-one meeting. I'll make it a much more advanced meeting because now we have more information about each other. Now the second way you can do that is through a report. And for your chapter, you can go to Reports, Chapter, and take a look at the Member Details Reports. And from here, you can pull up a member gains from your chapter. And this is a convenient way to be able to print it out. The other form, when you're looking directly at somebody's profile, not very print friendly. This one is print friendly. It allows you to export it to Excel if you'd like to, and get the information out of BNI Connect and onto a piece of paper easily. After you've done that, you've done your one-to-one with somebody, you want to make sure that you submit that one-to-one slip. You do that back on the home page by clicking on Submit One-to-One Slips. This looks just like the slips that we have at the meeting. We just need to select somebody from our chapter. Say that I did a one-to-one this week with Janet Burkwell. She's the picture framer in my chapter. Click on Location. We met at Starbucks. And we talked about new framing techniques. Choose the date that you had a meeting. Click Save and New if you did multiple one-to-ones and you want to report them all, or click Submit. Now, with one-to-ones, they will appear on both people's forms. Only one person needs to submit that one-to-one, and both people will get credit for it in the POMS report, and that one-to-one slip will show up in both people's Review My One-to-One slips. Now, finally, we've filled out our profile, we've done a gains exchange and met with somebody, and now we want to pass a referral online. We can do that very easily through BNI Connect as well. We just click on Submit Referral Slips, and the same referral slip that we would fill out on paper, we can do online through BNI Connect. Now with cross-chapter referrals, you can also do cross-chapter referrals here in BNI Connect. It is limited to just your region, so usually the surrounding chapters around you is who you'd be able to pass a referral to. I happen to be a member here in Rhode Island. Right now I could pass referrals to anybody in Rhode Island. I could not pass a referral to somebody in Texas or in California yet. So hopefully someday we'll have that. But let's say I did want to search for somebody. I have a relationship with a guy named Dave Cordero here in this region. I can never remember if it's David or Dave, so I'm just going to put D-A-V in here. And I can never remember whether he spells his last name with an I-E or an E-I, so I'm just going to put the first couple of characters here. Click Search, and here he is. I select him, confirm that, and now I can see I can pass a referral to David Cordero, who's another member in our region.
And Jeremy, can I just add one thing in here? Jeremy is absolutely correct. You can pass these referrals within your region. I just want to remind everyone, you can pass referrals globally, just not with the referral slip. I do business and pass referrals to people all over the world, even though I can't use the referral slip. At this point, the referral slip is only tracking within your region. And again, we're testing this out to make sure that it works. Passing referrals outside your chapter is a brand new concept. We've never been able to, we've never done it because there was no way to confirm that a legitimate referral was in fact passed. It's a long story, there's a big history behind it. This is new to the organization, allowing referrals within chapters. We're doing it within the regions now. I think this is going to be successful, and it'll be inevitable that you'll be able to do it worldwide. So what he's showing right here is just within a region. However, you can in fact pass referrals not with this referral slip globally. You see a lot of that happening on the I'm Connected section on BNI Connect. Sorry, Jeremy, and I'm sorry I got cut out. My microphone's having some technical issues. I don't know how much, I'm sure you picked up wherever you lost me.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I think we got you. So yes, the referral slips that are passed, this is just for the recording in the POMS report, but there are some other benefits to this. So as soon as I click submit here, one of the great things that happens, besides being entered in the POMS report for the upcoming meeting, is that a notification immediately goes out letting David Cordero know all of the details of this referral. So here's a sample of that I actually received, and this happened to be a cross-chapter referral with somebody I have a relationship with in my region, but he sent me a referral, and what's great about this, it's had the person's name in it. I got this on my cell phone. I could click on that phone number right away. It had all the contact information also for the person that passed the referral, so if I needed to follow up with that person, I could do that directly from this email as well. If I reply to this, it will actually go back to the referral giver. So a great way to speed up the referral process with the other members in your region. But of course, please do pass referrals worldwide as you have that opportunity. You just have to send an email. To make sure that it's been passed, you can also, again, go into the Review My Referral Slips, pick a date range, and you can see all the referrals that you passed during that time period. So there's that referral that I just entered. Of course, if you make a mistake on any of the slips that you entered, one of the new features that's came within the last version of BNI Connect is that we can now edit and delete the slips. So you can click there to go in, and as long as the POMS report hasn't been submitted yet, I could go in and change who the referral went to. I could change any of the contact details, whatever I needed to do to correct that slip or even delete it. And that takes us through January. I'm not going to spoil the fun of February's. You're going to have to look for the email. It should be coming out on Monday with the next educational moment and with the next get connected, stay connected instructions.
Great, thank you, Jeremy. And we have a great turnout here today. These have probably been amongst the largest turnouts that we've had for our webinars, and we appreciate you being here. We're now going to start tackling the questions, and I'm just going to go from the top and roll my way down. We'll try and cover all of them in the next 20 minutes if it's possible. And the first question I've got is from Janice. Janice says, in Kansas City, Missouri, looking for China promotional products vendor direct, will I be able to find one via BNI Connect? And the short answer is, Janice, yes, you should be able to find someone. I would do a search. And I think that's what Jeremy's going to probably try right now. Yeah, Jeremy?
Yep. Let's see if we can find promotional products in China. And let's see. Well, we found somebody in China, Texas. But let's take a look at the advanced search. Usually when we're searching in a specific country, this helps. So let's see if we can do promotional. And let's see.
That looks like China.
Look, it definitely looks like China. So you can look through the categories. You can see if you can find somebody here. You can narrow the search.
May I just point out one thing, if you can scroll back there so that I can see that screen again. One of the people, Janice, is, where'd he go? Up towards there was, here we go, Stanley Kong and Stella Young. Those are the executive directors in the area. So if you don't have any luck in connecting with some of the members, those two people can definitely help place you. I know we have promotional products people in China. I've been to Hong Kong and have met some of them. So I'm really pleased to see this search engine come up with so many people. I interrupted you, Jeremy, you were going to say something else.
Oh, no, not at all. It's just a matter of clicking through. You can further refine the search. This relies on people's keywords. So if these people haven't filled out their profile and put their keywords in, we're not going to find them. So we can narrow this down by industry as well with the advanced search. So we could, maybe we're looking at printing. Can search members that way. And here's somebody printing products. Of course, we can always click on their profile. And if they're sharing their information, which they're not, we aren't able to contact them this way.
Throw that one out. You want to go with the people who take the time to complete the profile. This is a good example of why it's so important to complete your profile.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of clicking through and finding people. Here's somebody that does gifts. This might be somebody that's, yeah, and again, incomplete profile. But that's the basics of how to find people in BNI Connect. If you want to connect with them, just click the little plus button next to their name, and that will send them a connection request.
And this is a good example of why we're doing the Get Connected, Stay Connected program. We want members to see the value in starting with completing the profiles. We can't move to step 2 until most of the members have completed step 1. Okay, we ready for the next question, Jeremy?
Yes, absolutely.
So the next question is not really a BNI Connect question, so I'm gonna touch upon it briefly. It's from Denise. Denise has a question about Visitors Days and a chapter challenge. Denise, I'd love to help, but it's not on topic, but let me give you a couple of podcasts regarding inviting visitors. Go to bnipodcast.com, bnipodcast.com, and take a look at episodes 220, 220, 239, and 278. 220, 239, and 278. Those will help you. Also, if you would like to email me at misner@bni.com, that's M-I-S-N-E-R, misner@bni.com, I would be glad to have one of my staff get back to you and help you with your question and make sure that your local director really needs to be involved in your question. And so I'll have your local director get involved as well. I hope that helps get you started. Next question on BNI Connect is from Michael, and Michael says, is this slideshow available for download? I know the answer to that, but I'm going to let you give it to him, Jeremy, because you've got the screen to show.
This will be available at a couple of different places. The place to download all of these recorded content is, first, you can click on this question mark here in the upper right-hand corner of BNI Connect. That will take you to the support site. Once you click on that, you'll see on the support site our list of upcoming webinars. The February webinars will be posted soon. But in the chapter training and documentation here, what you'll see is recorded webinars. For January 2014, you'll see that our session from this morning is already up there. It has been placed on our YouTube site, and you can review it from this webinar section, or go to youtube.com/BNI Connect Global. youtube.com/BNI Connect Global. And this is where we have our entire cache of videos and webinars, the 3-minute educational moments. We have special presentations by Dr. Misner, all sorts of stuff up there on the YouTube channel, well over 100 videos Somebody said, I think this morning, if you'd like to binge watch some videos and get a bunch of CEUs, we would love that. All right, Ivan, you want to go on to the next question? All right, I think we might have microphone problems again. So let's see, the next question here is one from Glenn. Do we have any idea when we'll be able to pass referrals globally? And that one, again, as Dr. Misner said before, it is a new concept in BNI. There are some technical challenges with it as well as cultural challenges, so we are doing our best to get there at some point. Hopefully, we will be able to do that. Michael Bell says, what is the status of the BNI mobile slip app? Do we need any volunteers for beta testing? Right now, one of the challenges to that is that there's no API for BNI Connect, meaning we don't allow any outside vendors to come into and get the data directly from BNI Connect. So with that being said, there are a couple of apps out there, and there are a couple of national apps that are in beta testing right now in a beta program. But right now they're limited to the things that are on the public side of BNI Connect. So having mobile access to the calendars and registering for events and the information and the member searches and stuff like that that are on the public websites. I do believe that the direction that we're heading is mobilization of the website itself to make it mobile friendly, to have responsive design to all of the screens so that you can just natively use it on all of the various mobile devices. Ivan, are you back? Did I hear you?
I am back, and I have no idea why I keep getting kicked out. I'm going to try and call in. But in the meantime, I see you answered the mobile app question, and we definitely are working on making BNI Connect more mobile friendly, but you addressed the issue effectively on the mobile thing. What's the next question?
It should be from Kelly. When a new member joins, will they begin to receive these emails in drip form, or does the chapter need to catch them up to speed? So the answer to that one is yes, you are going to have to catch them up. We do send them out on a monthly basis, but we don't back send them. The way to catch them up is, again, through the support site. If you click on that question mark, that will take you over to the support site. And all the way at the bottom this time, you'll see in the public forums, BNI Connect educational moments. And here you'll see all the months. So for example, the first month here, it has the video. It has all of the steps that were in the original email. And it has the document and the PDF file that has the full educational moment that you can download and pass along. And again, it has presentation ideas and all sorts of stuff that you can catch them up on month by month. So hopefully that answers your question there.
Okay, the next question. Hang on. Okay, I have gone to a telephone call as opposed to the internet, so I don't get kicked off anymore. So the next question is Carol, I believe. And the question is, how do we get login information if we have forgotten it? You want to answer that one, Jeremy?
Absolutely. So the easiest way to get your password if you've forgotten it is go to the login page. There's two different links here. One says forgot password or username. All you need to do is to click on that, enter the email address that is listed in BNI Connect. It will ask you your secret question. You need to answer that correctly, and you will be able to create yourself a new password. Now, if you've never logged into BNI Connect before, you can click on the New to BNI Connect Register Now. Similar concept, it's going to ask you for your email address. It'll verify that you are an active member of BNI. Once you've done that, you'll be able to, it'll send you a link to create your username and password. So again, if you've forgotten it, use the forgot password. Otherwise, go to the new to BNI Connect. Now, if you're struggling with that, if for some reason it's not recognized, you don't know what email address you used, any problems that you're having like that, feel free to let us know. We will gladly get you set up in BNI Connect, get you logged in right away. Just go to support.bniconnect.com and click on Submit a Request. Click on Submit a Request. Make sure you let us know your chapter name and what region you're in so that we can easily go into the system, find out who you are, verify your identity, and we'll get you set up nice and quick.
Great. Jeremy, have you answered Kelly's question about the DRIP form? You have, haven't you?
Which one? Robin's question, the next one?
Receiving emails, Kelly's question about new members joining and receiving emails?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So Robin's question is next, what's the difference between handing in a referral at the meeting and putting the referrals in the computer? That's pretty straightforward. You want to tackle that?
Sure thing. Yep. Essentially, the end result is the same. It's all about getting, as far as passing the slips in, it's about making sure that the information is recorded in the POMS report. Obviously, giving the referral is the important part of making sure that your referral partner is aware of the information, they're following up on it, they're making that contact. But the benefits of doing the online slips are, number one, again, that instant notification. It gives you the ability to track it. That's something that we've really never been able to do before we had BNI Connect either. I'm a 12-year member. I've passed hundreds of referrals. There's really no way before BNI Connect for me to go back and review any of those referrals that I passed. I'd have to go and find them in the bottom drawer of my filing cabinet and take the rubber band off them and start looking through them one by one. With BNI Connect, I can track all that information going forward forever. The other benefit is that your vice president will love you. When you enter these slips online through BNI Connect, they're automatically, all the statistics are put into a draft copy of the POMS report. Now, vice presidents usually spend anywhere between 30 and 90 minutes on a weekly basis going through and sifting through all those pieces of paper, finding your name in the list, putting a little check mark next to your name and going and finding the next person in the list and going to the next piece of paper. With the online slips, that all gets tallied for them. All they have to do is review it and submit it. So the more people that pass online slips versus paper slips makes their job much, much easier.
Great. The next question is from Lois. Can you do a one-to-one with someone not in your group? Now, clearly you can do it. The question is, can it be reported? That I don't know the answer to.
It's the same with the thank you for closed business referral slips. Your one-to-one slips, again, there should be a search cross chapter, and the same rules apply here. It is within your region. So your neighboring chapters, people generally speaking within your portion of the state, you'll be able to do a one-to-one with them and be able to report it and get the credit for it in the POMS report. Of course, as Dr. Misner said, you can do a one-to-one with anybody, anytime. It's just a matter of whether you can turn in a slip for it.
Okay. Next question is from Christine. Finding the time in computer illiteracy of challenges to some members. Having been engaged in BNI Connect, what suggestions do you have to encourage involvement? Well, for me, one suggestion I have is to print out the BNI Connect story. It is amazing how motivated people get when they realize how much business they're going to lose by not completing a profile. And we've seen a couple of examples here live where somebody didn't have a profile and we're just not going to do business with them. So to me, that's one thing that you want to do. And so print out that section and come on in and tell the story of what you heard here tonight and why it's in their best interest to do that. Would you add anything to that, Jeremy?
Some chapters, what they've done is they've actually used one-to-ones. Bring your laptop. If you happen to be one of the more technically savvy people, have a one-to-one with them. Bring your laptop, sit down in front of an office computer, and show them. Some people learn best by doing, by being engaged and involved with another person. Check with your regional office. Check with your director consultant, your executive director. More and more regions on a weekly basis are starting to do BNI Connect training sessions within their region. And of course, I do anywhere between 10 and 20 webinars every single month. So show them how to get on a webinar just like you did tonight. The webinars that we do for members generally are shorter. I do 30-minute webinars. Make sure I'm not taking up too much of your time during the day. So they're very accessible. And again, bite-sized portions for you to jump in, learn something new, and come back and learn something new the next time.
Great. Someone said they pulled up Stanley and Stella's email profile. Their emails were not there. Let me give you those emails. Stella's email is stella@bni.hk for Hong Kong, stella@bni.hk, and Stanley is Stanley, S-T-A-N-L-E-Y, @bni.hk. I've also emailed them directly and mentioned that we're live on a webinar and their emails aren't on there, and they need to fix that immediately. Okay, we're almost through with questions. I don't see any new questions. Do you see any new questions there, Jeremy?
I think we tackled them all.
Okay, well, we've got a few more minutes. If somebody's got another question or two, we're happy to address that before we wrap up. Norm, do you have anything you want to add before we close out? You're muted, so you'll want to unmute you.
Let me unmute myself. And the excitement that, gosh, I hear from Ivan and from Jeremy and from so many directors and members as BNI Connect becomes more mature, and we have these access points for sharing information, and from the game profile, from the one-to-ones that can be done, from the passing referrals. It's a great big flywheel, and it's turning. We've got 161,000 people on this flywheel now. So that's the excitement of local business global network, and I just applaud those that have come in and participated in today's webinar, and Ivan, you and Jeremy for answering all the questions that have come forth.
Great, thank you, Norm. And Leah asks if she can listen to this again. She got kicked off in the middle, and the answer to that is yes. These webinars are being recorded. Are you going to post both of them, Jeremy, or just the previous one?
I'll post both of them. They both had different questions. We had a unique set of questions this morning than we did this afternoon. I'm happy to post both of them.
Yeah, that's true, and you can do so where the question mark is. If you're interested, it's in that section where you're going to post right there where he's pointing the question mark. We'll post the webinars. The PowerPoint obviously will be on there. Do you also give the PowerPoint directly that they can download, or is it just through the webinar?
I just did the webinar so far, but I can post the PowerPoint in there as well.
All right, somebody was asking for the PowerPoint, so why don't you do it on this one? Karen's asking the same question, where will they be posted? So Karen and Leah, they'll be in that area. Will's asking, by listening to this webinar live, do we get to submit a CEU slip to get credit? And the answer to that's yes. Correct?
You're the boss, but yes, I would say yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
I believe we even have a place that's not on the paper form right now for submit CEU slips, and BNI webinar is included on the CEU slips now.
Great, excellent. We've got one more question and then we'll wrap up. Will MSP training be available online in a webinar? Okay, we've got two more questions. I'll take those two. Will MSP training be available online in a webinar for chapters to self-present to new members? It's possible, Randall, but MSP is so critical. We're concerned that webinars are hit and miss. Some people will do them, some people won't. MSP is mandatory. At this point, we absolutely do not plan on dropping that live in-person presentation. It's also a great way for members to meet members from other chapters and for directors to meet the members. So at this point, it's not going to replace it. We do have a couple more questions, and we're running out of time. Karen asks, where are they going to be posted? We just showed you, Karen, hopefully you saw that. It's where the question mark is. How much credit do we get for this webinar? You get one CEU, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, those are all the questions we have. Jeremy, do you have anything that you want to wrap up with?
I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking the time out of their day to be here and to learn more about BNI Connect. A good referral for me would be to please let your members know about these webinars. Send them to the recordings. As the February schedule gets posted, please get them to sign up for some of these live webinars. We have a ton of different topics. Love for you to get the knowledge out of our heads and into yours. So that would be a great referral for me.
Super. And thank you for what you do, Jeremy. We appreciate it. Members on this call, thank you for being here. Get your fellow members engaged in this process. BNI Connect is an amazing tool that connects our members globally. But in order to make this tool work, we need people behind the saw working it. So get your members engaged, have them come to some of these webinars and learn, and let's all use this together to generate even greater business for our members worldwide. Jeremy, Norm, thank you very much for being here today. We're finished. Thank you.
Thank you all.